It's just the thing is that Meepios hates all this R34 stuff, and I could really agree with him on that because in this generation, it's kind of ruining all society and stuff. You've seen the effect it has on people. Thing, and030907 said he wasn't an anti-furry anymore. But after he tried to teach me about God and to flee from lust, it told me a completely different story. All the NSFW furry content is zoophilia, there's no debating it, I could go on a whole ramble. Just because it's anthro doesn't justify it. Even if it did, they don't exist, so Gooning just makes you a loser. I studied the server, and it was a degenerate hellhole. You first when they can't block you in real life? Well, according to From Forever Families at BYU, porn addiction can increase the chance of someone acting out in ways that could damage others. They even describe how the porn addiction can lead them to seek riskier content that the user never thought they'd find interesting. Consuming porn at a young age can really hurt the still developing brain, and most men regret watching it later on because how addicted they get. Now, if you don't know, there are specific studies that say porn perverts your mind's perception of a woman. So what in your right mind thinks the same can't be with animals and furry? Bro finds out I also make videos involving the death of some yiffers too, like come on now. If you'd stop strangling your dick in the sight of an animal, you'd have more energy. A user who goes by multiple Russian words, or multiple Russian letters, has threatened me because I've decided I'm not sending him food of furry. I kid you not, this shit is real. This is the new generation, fellas. This is where the gooners stand. Okay, but seriously, why was bro threatening me for this shit? In the comments, some user also commented how he actually had a After Dark account, aka 18+ Yif Twitter account. What a loser. Lots of articles show that porn damages the brain and people in lots of ways. Mocking talented YouTuber about how majority of the population goons. Which I would like to say, if you didn't goon, why would you even bother posting something that seems to try to be in support of it, or with the relation and peer pressure, considering that apparently most people goon? I mean, this doesn't also help the fact that you also did make a video saying why Leviticus 20:15 is wrong, and here's why. And if you're wondering why I'm mentioning this, it's because that Bible verse says, if a man has sexual relations with the animal, you must kill both the man and the animal. And obviously, he tried to debunk this because he wants to goon to his adult furry stash without being called a zoophile. He even claimed in the video he studied the Bible since he was a child, but let's be real honest, if he did, he'd know that lust is a sin, and gooning is basically related to the sin of lust, so that's pretty hard to believe. It really isn't, considering a majority of these people are addicted to porn. And that itself really can hurt someone's mental image and causing many other problems like forming relationships with others. I don't have that issue anymore, I'm just trying to stop its spread because I dislike how much damage the porn industry has done to the world. Of course it's not causing all the world's problems, but I still think the movement against it needs a bit more attention. As someone who used to be addicted to porn, I can tell you fellas, it is not worth keeping as a habit, and my life improved substantially once I got rid of it. You guys even say it's a problem, but you don't even try to speak against it or anything from what I've seen. And believe it or not, me as a non-furry, it fucks me up in a sense too. Because my brain can't go a day without pissing me off with these thoughts. And then I get reminded that these dirty individuals exist just to make me want to commit a whole lobotomy. And then you guys spread more of their digital aids over everybody's computer, including mine. Even if it's private, you shouldn't find it attractive at all. Like, it's zoophilia. People say it's anthropomorphic, but even then, you know you like it for the animalistic characteristics. If you didn't, you wouldn't be looking at that shit anyways. But in general, you shouldn't be even looking at that. Porn fucks up your mental state, and yet you guys still go at it. I already imagine he might indulge in roleplays or worse. ERP. So, dear Milky, don't let me catch you lacking on VR chat. But on a serious note, I really don't see how one person could be so turned on by something as bizarre and brutal as this. Of course, 4 is a normal thing for furries because some of them are fucking sickos. But I really don't know what makes you think people would be like, yeah, this guy makes a point. I also think the lust is a big issue since despite it being anthropomorphic, it's still an animal. And I have my personal beliefs on why I think attraction to anthros equates to zoophilia. But I have a separate video for that. I don't think it's as severe as people attracted to literal feral animals, but it still concerns me on where it can lead a person to, considering furries still look and act like animals because that is what they are based off of. Also, porn has a very bad effect on your brain, so if you truly care about your health, please consider what you let your mind consume. I even hear people saying it's just a drawing, but remember, that's the same excuse lollies use. Do you not know how bad porn is for you? Porn addiction and bestiality are known to be both caused by broader antisocial and psychological disorders. This is a very large connection, and it should not be ignored at all. You can't be holy, yet a degenerate. He even said he lives the life of the flesh, which is definitely not of God. Now this has got to be the #1 reason why I dislike these filthy bastards. I've had enough of you guys saying it's only a small percent of the fandom. No, it isn't. I literally made a furry alt and saw stupid shit like that come up again and again, despite me not even directly following 18+ accounts. And then they're gonna say, oh, you did that yourself, or some other bullshit excuse. If it's only a small percentage of the fandom, why can I name a bunch of them? Keisha, Draco, Biba, Fruit, SIL, Vic, Senate, Bale, Amphi, Kotit, Zoe, Jackie Northstar, Paige, Casey, Freya, Rika.
That's the good stuff.
Persmirdy, I don't know. Sujini, Skipper, Arctica Sparkle, Dano, Shy Cyborg, I'm not reading that. Mutt, Wyla, Loimu, Bella Wolf Angel, and that's it. Psych, I lied. Tricky, Tasha Lisa, Stargazer, Blue Empress, Freya, Tiki Scott, Vixen Astra, Kunst Waffle, Daydreamer, Breezy, Toofer, Dervid, Synthera, Cosmic, Domas, Taylor Rodriguez, Wally, Coda Walker, not reading that. Oro. Now you tell me, the fuck is that? And there's a lot more, but I'd rather not say. But please do not look these people up. Anyways, if I were in a forest and I saw that shit, I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. Not support NSFW as we know, but this is a kid that posts this publicly, and it's really disgusting. This person named Peyton Gendron, and he would go on to basically massacre 10 people in a grocery store. You may be asking, Ant, why did we go from a feral porn addict to a shooter? Well, what the feds discovered is that not long after this incident, he was looking at NSFW art of Martha Speaks, which is a feral cartoon dog. Now keep this in mind and add the fact that porn addiction can be tied with increased aggression and sexual behaviors that can harm others, especially with men arrested for domestic violence or sexual crimes.